Let me fill you in on a little secret of mine. Success is one of my least favourite words in the dictionary. Not because I hate the word. Success is actually pretty damn awesome in that regard. I hate it because it's impossible for any dictionary to do the word any justice. It would require at least 5 pages of that incredibly tiny font just to list a remotely sufficient amount of definitions and examples that describe the many different facets of what success actually means. You see, everyone defines success differently. Some people, most probably, view it as a status thing. Basically, achieving a certain level of wealth or position or honours means you've made it and are now successful. Others define it much more personally. For example, a woman with 3 beautiful children might call herself successful, while a different woman in a similar situation might not. I might feel successful hitting the bullseye once in 10 arrows as a new practitioner of archery. A more seasoned archer probably would not. How do you create a single sentence definition for a word with such adaptability? That's why I struggle with success, as defined by the dictionary people. While I don't necessarily have a good definition of success, I do have a pretty good idea of how to achieve it, no matter what your individual definition is. Success in the status and materialistic sense doesn't always mean happiness. We see this all the time in Hollywood and rock and roll. Actors or musicians achieving astronomical levels of success, yet feeling empty and miserable on the inside. I don't know about you, but I struggle to see the point of success if you aren't happy both while it's being achieved and after achieving it. If you want to make yourself a happy person and truly consider yourself a success, do things that make you happy. Period. Kids are the happiest beings on the planet because of the pure joy they feel bouncing from one gratifying activity to another. We adults can learn a thing or two from children and start doing more things that make us happy, just for the hell of it. In my definition, success and happiness go hand in hand, and doing activities that make you happy is the best way to get there. Success isn't all sunflowers and sunshine. In fact, I'd argue that most success is due to all of the struggle that goes into it. Nobody, barring a few lucky lottery winners, achieves success staying inside their comfort zone. While Netflix and chill might make you happy, which means it should be part of your success plan, it won't carry you to whatever level of success you're aiming for. Nope, that's where the uncomfortableness comes into play. Doing things that make you uncomfortable is how you grow. It's how you learn to be humble, especially while learning new things and meeting people who are way better than you at those things. And that's how you become better. Being uncomfortable is how you know you're on the right path, because it means you're travelling into unfamiliar territory and not running away. You're pushing through no matter how difficult or frustrating things may seem. The more you get used to feeling uncomfortable, the easier it gets. Well, not really. It still feels uncomfortable, but you learn to just do it anyways. So, maybe it does get easier. Success doesn't come easy. You need to make sure you're happy, and you need to do uncomfortable things. But most importantly, you need to keep doing those things. Playing the long game is by far the most unsexy way of living life. Everyone wants the flashy plays and highlight reels, yet nobody wants to see the hours upon hours of work that goes into making those clips happen. But the fact of the matter is, even though it's unsexy, it always works. For example, no matter how hard I tried in the past, I could never run more than a few miles without dropping dead from a collapsed lung and feeling like my legs just got put through a meat grinder. I wanted to get out there and immediately be a superstar runner. But that never happened. At least, not until I put in the unsexy work of running 4 to 5 nights a week, several miles each night, slowly working my way up in the mileage. Now, I go out for 4 or 5 mile runs just for the hell of it. The same thing goes for my writing. Back when I first started, I wanted so bad to have a few articles go viral And then, I dunno, just be famous and stop there, I guess. I wanted all the glory without the blood, sweat and tears. Guess what happened? Not that. I sporadically wrote a few articles here and there and barely got a peep of recognition. It wasn't until I started writing, on an almost daily basis, that things came to fruition. Success is always achieved in the least sexy way possible. The long game. But the magical thing about playing the long game is that you will always win in the end.